There's a real, actual power outage right now. I'm not faking it. This is serendipitous because we just finished installing that Ames inverter. So I got the generator hooked up, so we're powering the house right now. I can hear at least one of my other neighbors with one. Let's go inside the garage and see some parts that I have. Come on. In case you didn't hear me outside with the generator, I think it's fate or something, because we only just got this hooked up a few days ago. And it's right now, this inverter is only hooked up to this one outlet using one phase, because we just tested some tools and it was so much fun. And you guys really liked that video. Thanks so much for watching it and all of your comments. And I think it's just, so it's fun for me because we actually have a power outage on the street right now. We're running the generator, and that Honda generator works great, and that's why we have lights in the garage. But I had actually picked these up a while ago, but I haven't yet plugged them in because I needed the inverter up. This is a 240 volt 30 amp outlet. And then I also picked up some boxes and a cover and the little clamp things for the wire, because my intention was to run this outside, but I'm not going to drill the hole right now. I'm just going to connect it up because I want to actually use this in this real power outage. So we're going to quickly hook this up, and then I'll turn off the breaker, we'll swap the wire, turn off the generator, and see if this thing can power the house, which I think it should. But this is great. All right, here we go. Put out some of the parts. I have this little piece of 10 gauge wire, so let's get to it. I want to hurry because I don't want the power outage to get fixed before I'm done with this. Hey.
Don't take it off. Don't take it off.
Oh, she took it off. Well, I think I got the wrong strain relief. This thing's really big, and it's not gonna do a proper job holding this on. That's why I'm not an electrician. So I got that wire around the grounding screw for the box. I'm gonna tighten that down. Okay, all of our wires are attached to the outlet. Now we got our wires coming up through this hole. All right, there's tiny little screws here. They're flatheads. I'm backing them out. This way we're taking out the small outlet, the single outlet, and that's not connected to anything. Now we can bring this around. There we go. This 10 gauge is now connected up nicely. Comes down over here to this. We're gonna plug that in. Elena just turned off the generator breaker from inside the house. So we're not powering anything right now, so we can turn the generator off. turn off fuel. I can still hear the neighbor's generators running. Alright, let's take this out. There we go. And we're gonna take this, and I have an old hole in the door, so we're gonna pass this through that. The other end that normally plugs into the generator, and I'm gonna pass this through that hole. And I'm using a flashlight, and you can see that come through. We're gonna pull this now. I'm just gonna guide this in while Elena pulls on the other side. Stop there, that's good. So now that just goes into that outlet. Remember, this does not power the garage alone. This goes back to the house and powers the whole property, both house and garage. There we go. I'm gonna put this rubber mat over the cable so that nobody trips on it. 46.1 volts in the battery. Let's go ahead and turn this on. So the inverter is now turned on. Let's go inside and turn on the switch. Here's our electrical box inside the house. We open it up. We have an interlock system here. So the main can't be on at the same time. Actually, can we flip this on? Here. And notice, no lights turned on. So we really do have a power outage. It's not me faking it. Alright, so we slide this up. Now we can turn, it says generator, but it's not generator. It's the inverter now. Here we go. The lights! Ah! The inverter is now powering the whole property. Let's go see how much we're drawing. We have power. I'm trying to line this up so you can see it. You might not be able to. Anyways, it says 227 volts. It says 46.0 for battery voltage, 60 hertz. It says output load right now is 20%. So we have 20% output of the inverter. Let's see here. This thing says that we are currently using 800 watts. Which is actually, that's just the lights in the garage. These lights are 800 watts. So we have backup power for the entire property now. Yeah, if I had more time, I would be running that outlet outside, which was my original intention. But it's working, because it's a real power outage, and now we have backup. So we're currently using 800 watts, and that's for mostly the lights in the garage here. Everything else in the house is off. But we're gonna shut this off and go back inside and just enjoy that we're using solar power that's been stored in Chevy Volt batteries. Thanks a lot for watching, guys. If you enjoy the videos, please like, subscribe, comment, and share. Hey Elena, would you like some coffee?
I would love a cup of coffee.
Let's see if it pops the Ames inverter. And it doesn't. Would you like some eggs?
Love some eggs.
Alright, let's see if we can do some eggs. This is the most powerful burner on the whole stovetop. I think this is like 3,000 watts for this burner, 240 volts. So let's see if it turns on. Well, we haven't popped the breaker. I didn't turn this, yeah, it's gonna get orange here pretty soon. I can feel the heat coming off of it. Can you see it in the lens? Mm-hmm. We haven't popped it. It's still running. Awesome.